Truth, not fiction. This man is the most mentioned person every day. Stood alone on the battlefield against an entire army, fearless. If he cut a single hair, people would fight to get it. And if someone saw him for the first time, they might tremble at his presence, dignity, and personality. His enemies called him honest and faithful. Everyone admired him, followers and opponents alike. He said about him, Alphonse de Lamartine, "If greatness is measured by purpose, means, and astonishing results, no one in history compares to him." He said about him, William Durant, "He exercised the greatest influence on humanity of any man in history." He said about him, Edward Gibbon, "The greatest success in his life was achieved through pure moral strength, not the sword." He said about him, Mahatma Gandhi, "I wanted to know the best in the life of someone who had control over millions." He said about him, George Bernard Shaw, "The world needs a man with brilliant thinking. He would solve its problems." He said about him, Leo Tolstoy, "He is one of the greatest reformers who served society profoundly." He said about him, James A. Missioner, "The only person in history who achieved extraordinary success in both religious and worldly aspects." He said about him, Diwan Chand Sharma, "He was the spirit of kindness, and his influence was never forgotten." He said about him, Thomas Carlyle, "His word is a direct voice from the heart of nature itself." He said about him, John William Draper, "A man who exercised the greatest influence on humankind." He changed social life across the globe in just 23 years, and before his death, he commanded the rights of women, 1,300 years before the first Global Council for Women's Rights, centuries ahead of his time. But the question is, if he were alive today, what would he do? It is Muhammad, the prophet of Muslims, chosen by Michael Hart in his book, The 100, a ranking of the most influential persons in history as the first and greatest figure in history. He once went to comfort a child whose bird had died. Truly, his humility captivated hearts. Millions of books have been written about him. Muhammad is the owner of the greatest moral encyclopedia in human history. No one before or after him is like him. For more information and related content, you can browse the channel's videos.